Hello lovely wonderful people, this is going to be a rundown of my EP, and if you watched the last video you'll know everything that is happening in my life, so that is perfect. The main thing though is I have an EP coming out. Also excuse her, she's not on, she doesn't do a thing, but do I feel more professional? Hell yeah. I have made a note of every little thing I've done in my EP. I've got videos of all behind the scenes, all the studios I worked in. This EP took me 1.5 years to record, and this is just all of the extra information that no one asked for, but if you're like me, I always want to know. So here it is. So I have to cast my mind back to April 2024. So on the 23rd of April 2024 is when I reached out to my producer and I was like, I'm ready to do an EP. And the problem with this is I'd had many meetings with people before where they were like, don't do an EP, it's a terrible idea. It will take you so long to do, and in that time you'll just flop on Spotify and like other listening things because you won't be releasing constantly. They advise every 6 weeks you release a song, and so if you take on a massive project you're not going to be able to do that, and that is what happened to me because then I just released Therapy, which is a single, and it was 1 year after I released all my other stuff and it has flopped. So go listen to that. But it's been so fun and I wouldn't change it for the world. Before we even get to the production, what are the 4 songs? So I don't know what order that EP is going to be like looks wise gonna be, but I do know what order I'm gonna release them in, and I will say it in that order. So the first one that's coming out is Dead Body on the Sofa, and I'm hoping this will be ready in May. It should be ready for May, I'm hoping with all my heart. I wrote this in 2023 and it's about like relationship friendship thing I was in when I was like 15. It was from a while ago. When you listen to it you're gonna hear it's quite dark. It's to a happy little tune, but it is quite a dark song. It's probably one of the most like raw songs I've ever written. It was about probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me in my life, so that is fun. But I really hope it resonates with people. It's along the vibe of Life of the Party is Dead. Like lyrically it's the same situation, so that's how deep it's gonna be. It's the same as The Life of the Party is Dead, which is a very deep song, but the same thing where it's quite positive sonically, so you don't really realise. But I will show you a sneak preview of Dead Body on the Sofa.
Oh, I still stick to the rules that you fed me. I was never a fool, was just 13. I pick up the phone at least once a week.
Okay, and then the next one that's going to come out is called The Rain, and this song I wrote in 2024, so this I think is the most recent one that I wrote, and it's about a friend that I had at uni, and I'm not friends with her anymore, but she was just kind of encouraged me to be a bit more emotional, which is good because I'm a very closed off person. Even though I write like insanely dramatic, emotionally open songs, I'm quite a closed off person. I just kind of laugh things off. So The Rain is about just letting it all out. It says like, let it rain again, because you have so much thunder in that head. It sounds better than that, but those lyrics just mean just cry. That's what it's about. The rain is just about someone crying. Anyway, here's a sneak preview.
Let it rain again, 'cause you have so much thunder in that head. Let it.
There we go, I hope you enjoyed that. I can't hear it, so that's why I'm sat awkwardly. And then, so I'm gonna release those 2 over the next couple months. That will hopefully be out in May, June, and then in the summer, whole EP, 4 tracks. So the other 2 songs is Teddy Bears and Fears, which is what the whole album is based off of, and it's a song about my brother. It's one of my favourite songs I've ever written. I wrote it in 2022, and it was just after I had a really emotional therapy session, to be honest. Really emotional therapy session. I was being like driven home by my mum, and I went and sat in my room and just like was so emotional, but like not in a bad way, and the song's just about like how great my brother was when I was younger, and it's just quite a positive one. It was a therapy session where I realised like, oh my god, he did so much for me, and I just took it all for granted. I didn't really realise because I was obviously like 10 years old, but I think you'll understand everything he did for me just by listening to the song, so I really hope you like that. That's what the whole EP is based off of. The EP is called Teddy Bears and Fears. I think that sums me up quite a lot because I'm someone that really struggled with growing up. I hated anything to do with growing up. I literally like raged at my mum when she told me what period was because it just meant I was growing up. Like I had a massive go at her, poor lady. And here is a little sneak preview.
So who do I go to now? With my teddy bears and fears, I need your help. Where can I go now? When I'm confused, 'cause everyone.
Okay, cool. And then the next one is called My Golden, and this I also wrote in 2024 around the same time as The Rain. It's about a relationship-ish. It's honestly about like I was seeing a boy and it was what I wanted him to be, almost. It sounds harsh. In the moment, the song was about him, but we've now broken up, as you can clearly tell. But I kind of realised when I wrote it, it wasn't really about him. It was just about like my own interpretation of him that I'd come up with in my own head, where he was a lot nicer. So it's quite an interesting one. It's a very nice little love song, but it does have this background knowledge of like, that wasn't actually who he was at all, and he actually didn't do any of that for me, and I've still got a lot to learn. I'm being a bit vague about this, but I feel like you understand when you hear the song, and I will play a little bit now.
And he has shattered all my paths like a broken kitchen vase. And as the sunbeams hit the window, I know I found my golden.
Okay, cool. So that's the EP. There's 4 different songs. They each are kind of depicting like different relationships, I guess, like forms of relationship. There's like a horrible one, there's like a familial one, there's like a friendship, there's a relationship, etc, etc. I really wanted to include a song called Body Swap Shop on it, but the song's just not ready. I wrote it when I was really young and I love it, but it just, the structure isn't quite right yet, so I didn't want to rush that one at all. But so that's probably one I'll do in the future. I've got a list of about 4 or 5 songs that I will get produced in the future, don't you worry, but it just didn't quite make it. So production, the fun bit, the bit I've got all the footage of. What happened? So yeah, I reached out 23rd of April 2024 to my producer Flo, who has done like 3 songs with me now, I think. Oh no, at the time like 2 songs with me. He'd done Train Ride Home and Lighthouse. Actually, to be fair, when I reached out, we'd only done Train Ride Home together. We did Lighthouse whilst we were also recording this EP. That's how long ago it was. Because Lighthouse I released ages ago. But anyway, here is what happened. So we started with Teddy Bears and Fears, and it just came together straight away. I've never had this with a song before. We sat down in one session and I was just so excited. Like, it just happened straight away, and not all 4 songs did that. Not all 4 songs did that at all. It just sounded amazing straight away.
Save me from falling for you saved me from the fall, you saved joy.
And then yeah, slowly we worked through all the other ones. I think it was like, we did that one, then I think we did Golden, My Golden, and then we did Dead Body on the Sofa. We definitely did The Rain last. And The Rain was the quickest to do because it's not many real instruments, it's more of a party track, and they're just quicker to make.
Oh, I still stick to the rules that you fed me. I was never a fool, was just 13. I pick up the phone at least once a week. Oh, the hold you have on me. I'll start making reports for everything I want. What's the body I'll tell you, don't be sorry. What's the body I'll say I'll be enough.
And then I had all of these songs and I brought them to a lecturer at my uni called Pete Smith. And Pete Smith is like, he was a producer, like a very good, very popular producer back in his day. He produced for Sting and the Police, which is really cool. And yeah, I showed him the songs and he went, you need a real drum kit. I don't know why I said it like that. You need a drummer and a bassist on this track because it was all fake at that time. So he was like, use my friend's studio. There was a man called Simon, I think, and I only met him once, so I can't remember his full name, but he was really nice. And I got my drummer in, Karis, and we went to this studio called Homewood, I think. I don't know if that's correct, but it was a cute little studio, loved it. I'll show you some videos.
So who do I go to now? My teddy bears and fears, I need your help. Where can I go now?
Yeah, exactly. Something interesting.
Hold me when I'm in.
recorded Karis on the drums and Magnus on bass, and it was really fun. And that was on the 21st of October 2024, so that was like a few months on, but still 2 years ago, 2024, so it's been a while. And then we did vocals and cello back at Flows again, so that was around like February, March of 2025. There were lots of breaks in between each of these things because I had the 3rd year of uni at this time. In fact, I think this was the 2nd year of uni. But yeah, so I recorded me playing cello on all the songs and the vocals. Tuna.
Oh yeah, you can.
Tuner. I keep whacking my head. Sorry.
I'm glad that's on film. So I shall make it a bit bigger so you can see.
Jesus Christ. Could you tell my cello? Oh, I should probably go back to the A, shouldn't I, at the end? Do 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 do.
Yeah.
Or
And the one.
The G. What?
I can't multitask.
Oh, that's okay, you don't have to put me anymore. That'll
No.
do.
No, I'm committed now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, G. Yeah.
Okay.
You ready? Oh yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I feel like my F is always so off. But I don't want to talk about it. I'm happy in this house we built. Till she opened up the windows and said, let it rain. Should we do that bit separately? Let it rain again.
That was good, actually. You sound great. You hit the notes.
Tried to laugh them all away till she pulled out a chair for my brain. Can you turn it up a bit?
What?
Can you turn it up a bit? Till she pulled out a chair for my brain.
Can you sing it with a bit more compassion? It sounds really good.
They're like
Just-
boring.
It's not what I'm trying to say. More like, I'm just not convinced.
Okay.
You get what I mean? Say a
That makes
bit-
sense because I was just zoned out.
Yeah. Give it a bit of energy, give it a bit of life, and not just, I'm Cordelia Chatfield, I'm singing over here.
But I don't want to talk about it. I'm happy in this house we built. Till she opened up the windows and said,
I'll talk about it.
I forgot the words. And then we did such an exciting thing. So the rain wasn't really ready when we went to the other studio, like Simon's studio. So then we were like, we need to record drums onto the rain, but like we don't have a studio where we can have a drum kit. But we came up with this great idea. Well, Flo did, my producer, I didn't. He came up with just having Karis like on the hi-hats and the ride, and the rest of it staying fake drums, but just to get this like cool like in the background that you can hear. And I bloody love it. I love that song. Album art. I reached out to my friend. I'm trying to remember what her artist name is. I will link all these people down below. My friend's an illustrator. I think she goes by B Poppy on her website, so I will link that down below. But she illustrated all the album covers. There's 3. I'm only revealing 1 at the minute, but I will reveal the other ones later. But here's the first one. This is for Dead Body on the Sofa. So the first song that's coming out. Love it. And just you wait for the reveal of the other 2, because there's going to be one for The Rain when that comes out, and then there's obviously going to be an EP cover. So yeah, she got that done in April, 15th of April 2025. That was all done, so it's been done for quite a while, bless her. She's been waiting for it to come out. So the process of album art, I do want to go through that, is I sent her, I mean, like, she's my friend, so it's quite an informal way, you know, But I sent her an idea. This is the first time I've had a proper idea for the art. All the other ideas of what you see came from her completely. Like all my other album art is done by her, and I send her the song and I say, do whatever you want, just so like a bit of artistic freedom. I know she is better than me at coming up with that, so why would I ever take control over that? Usually she brings back like kind of 4 sketches and I go like, oh, I prefer that one, and then she goes with that one. But for this I was like, this is what I want. It was like I wanted a little reference to each song, so like I wanted a dead body on a sofa, I really wanted that, and I wanted like a photo on the wall of someone graduating, because that's like for my brother's song. He's like in academia doing great, so that's kind of a reference to that. I wanted like a broken vase somewhere because that links to my golden, which is all about like I'm a broken glass vase and meeting someone that doesn't want to fix your vase. They just want to look at it and see the beauty of it, and that's kind of what my golden is about. Lots of different references, I could go on forever. And so she came back with a few ideas, and then we were doing like colour grading, and she was like, which looks best? So there was lots of toing and froing, and then we came up with the final thing. Love it. I hope she will do my album art forever. Hopefully I'll be a world famous pop star one day and I can pay her millions, but my phone just ran out of storage, but I'm back again. So that's kind of it though, honestly. So then we had that all together, and then I went and got loads of notes from different lecturers and like producers, and from my master's class as well. And I'm waiting on just the last set of notes now. And then once they're all done, I'll send them to my producer. And then I have a separate guy called Martin who masters all my work, and I'll email them to him and he'll master them, which is pretty much just like turning the volume up and making it brighter and making it more professional and making it like the level that Spotify and like other streaming platforms requires for it to do well. So that will happen. Then he'll send them back, and then it's done. And then I can upload it to DistroKid, which is my distribution site, which is like I upload it to the site and then it uploads it to all these different streaming platforms. Like I don't do it, I can't do it, you're not allowed to. So it goes through them, and the thing is I have to upload it like a month before it comes out, which is the annoying thing. So once it's mastered, I can be like, yes guys, it's mastered, I have all the songs. But you can't hear it for another month because you're meant to do at least a month. So like I'll probably only give Dead Body on the Sofa a month, but the other ones I'll upload them all at the same time. So the EP will have several months to sit there in the algorithms and stuff. And you just do that because that then Spotify has enough time to like listen to your music and hopefully put it on some playlists, which I don't usually get. But hopefully, and that's it, and then it's done. And so that's the whole story of my EP. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm really excited for it to be out. I just want it to be out already, like you have no idea. I'll shout out everyone that was involved down below, and I hope to see you in the next video, and I can't wait for you guys to hear these songs. They're so me, it's incredible. And also let me know what you want me to post. I'll post anything. I'm really trying to find my thing on this app. Thank you for 250 subscribers, that's insane. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you very soon with another one.